Good morning. I hope everybody is doing well. Today we are going to learn about Henri Matisse. If you remember, we learned about Henri Matisse a couple weeks ago, and Mrs. Holsapple told you that we would again learn about another one of his amazing art pieces. The one we are learning about today, it's called the Goldfish. Mrs. Holsapple did not print this out in color because her color ink is running low, but this is the picture, one of his Goldfish series. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Henri Matisse, and if you remember, these are the shapes that we learned about, the different organic shapes he loved to use and design with. Henri Matisse was a French artist known for his bold use of color and paintings. Matisse's favorite subjects were nature, still life, and human figure. He and Pablo Picasso, who we will learn about sometime here in art, helped shape and define of a modern art in the 20th century. So they help shape and define modern art in the 20th century. So that's pretty cool. While both artists were great friends, they were also rivals as well. And I feel like their rivalness came from helping build each other up to become better artists. So I think that's a really neat fact about the two of the guys, because I learn each week from you guys and you guys help me become a better artist. You bring your amazing ideas and your amazing, beautiful artworks every week to art, and I learn from those, and I'm so proud of how hard you guys work. So let's get started on our fishbowl this week. So the first thing that we are going to do on our page is that we are going to draw a really big smile, because we love to smile in art. It's kind of going to be kind of like a circle, but it's going to be a big smile. So start at this part of our page and watch Mrs. Holsapple really quick before you get started. And you're going to go all the way around and come up and stop. Now that is a big smile, which I love to see in art class because art is the best. Mrs. Holsapple thinks anyways. So next we're going to close in our fishbowl. So we're going to do a slight smile to the other end and make sure that they close in at the top. And then we're going to smile on top of that. Just a slight smile to close in. And then there is our fishbowl. So the first thing we did was a big smile on our page. Then two slight smiles. One right side up, and then an upside down smile to close it in. And there we have our fishbowl. Now before we put our fish in, we better have some water so that they have a way to breathe. So the next thing we will do is we are going to make a wavy line across in our fishbowl. Just a slight wave to show that the fish are swimming around. They're swimming. Just doing swimmingly. I'm cracking myself up, sorry. And next we are going to draw our fish in our fishbowl. Remember, if Mrs. Holsapple is going too fast, you are always welcome to push the pause button and pause her so you can catch up, or you can slow her down so that you can see something done again, because you can rewind it and see it done again. So the next thing we will do is we're going to do fish. So we're going to draw an oval, just like that. And my fish is going to be pointing this way towards me. So I'm going to do a slight sideways smile, just like that. And I'm going to do a triangle for a fin. So right here in his tummy, I'm going to do a slight, actually it's a sideways V. Let's call it a slight or a sideways V, because we're not going to close it in to make the triangle. Then next we'll do a slight fin. So we'll do at the top of the fish, just a slight line up. At the back of the fish, we'll do a slight line up. And then we'll close the two lines. And again at the bottom, a slight line down, a slight line down, and we'll close it in at the bottom. So two rectangles, one on top and one at the bottom. And then we will give him a tail. So we'll do an upside down smile. And then we'll smile it together. the other side, we'll do an upside down smile. And we'll do a right side smile. And there we have a tail. Now, if you'd like, we could give him an eye. So we'll do a big circle inside of his other side. And a sideways smile to give him an eyelid. And then a little dot to give him an eye. And there we have one fish. I think we'll do another fish over here. So we'll do another oval. I think this fish will be going this direction. And he'll need his fin inside. So we will do... And then his fins on top, so a slight line up, and then a slight line up. Again at the bottom, slight line down, and then close it in. And then his tail will have an upside down smile, a right side smile to close it in, upside down smile, and a smile to close it in. We'll give him an eye, so a really big circle inside of that. And then his eyelid. Miss Holsapple's got to squeeze in here so she can see. Just sideways. And then his pupil. So just a little dot. And now we have two fish. Now you can give them a smile if you'd like. You can give them a smile because they are in art class. So of course they're smiling. And if you'd like to draw one more fish, which I'm going to because my fish bowl is big, I'll do another oval, a sideways smile, a V, a sideways V, two lines up to close them in, two lines down to close them in, upside down smile, smile, upside down smile, smile, big circle for an eye, eyelid, and a pupil, and a smile. Now at the bottom, we can make some rocks. So I'll do some circles at the bottom. As many or as little circles or ovals, they're more ovals, I guess, as you'd like for your rocks at the bottom. And there we go. All kinds of different rocks. You can also add some seaweed, and they would just be some floaty up, side by side. Now remember, we don't want to go through our fish. We'll go invisible line, and then I'll come in at the top and close in. Now you can do 3 or 4 of them. Remember, don't go through your fish. An invisible line, an invisible line down. I think I'll give it one more piece of seaweed, invisible line, and all the way to the top. There we go. And there is our fish in our fishbowl. Next, we need to give it somewhere to sit. So we're going to do a straight line across, invisible line, and a straight line across. And there is our fish in our fishbowl. Now you can give it a pattern on the bottom. I'm going to do some stripes for the table to have stripes on the table. You can do it any way you'd like. And maybe you'd like to put bubbles inside of the tank for the fish that they're making bubbles. So you'll do some circles and then do a beautiful pattern on the background. Maybe you'd like to do some flowers on your background. You can do whatever you'd like. You could do zigzags. You could do swirls. You could do whatever you'd like in your background. Maybe you'd like to add some zigzags and swirls. Maybe you would like to add some leaves. Maybe you would like to add baseballs or footballs. Whatever you'd like to do is okay with me because I want you to use your creative mind. Maybe you would like to add a kitty cat in your background or maybe a dragon in your background. You can do whatever you want because this is your art and I want you to be creative. All right, guys, that's all we have for today. Make sure you post your picture of your artwork in your Google or in your Seesaw. And I can't wait to create with you this week. See you soon.